This last video is just to document the final completion of my garage door installation, which ended with insulation. Installation ended with insulation. So here's what I did. I bought actually, I was thinking about different ways of doing this. I was thinking about using some of the insulation that I had around, maybe getting some of that spray and foam insulation, and then I decided was looking for the kits, and I decided to give this a try, and I'm really really happy in fact with the way that this worked out. And what these are, they're foam. You buy them in a kit. The big pieces look like they come in big giant pieces like this, and you can see they're ribbed, and that makes them easy for bending. So what you do is you cut them to size so that in between each one of these spots, this edge here is flat, goes straight back, but this edge over here has a pocket, so you need to have room to, or you have that extra room, so you basically cut it from this edge to this edge, and just big enough, a little bit bigger than this opening from here to there, so that it'll fit up in there. Then you wedge it in there, and as you're doing that, you push and you bend it, and you can get it up in there, and it fills up that whole spot. And you just do that several different times, finish up the whole garage door, and I was really happy with the way that that worked. Looks really nice too. Now, the one difference you have on this end is that this particular end, you've got the pocket space here and there, because of the way it's made. There's no real way around that, so you kind of have to cut the pieces, and then on this end I wedged them up in this end, and then I wedged the smaller piece up in this end, and then just have this seam here, which I might at some point in time put a piece of aluminum or duct tape, aluminum duct taping over it. I've got some that matches this exact deal here. Probably wouldn't even notice it. You can hardly notice it as it is. So that was that's the insulation of the garage door. Like I said, I'm really happy with the way that turned out. And then the other final thing that I did, let me show you this before, because my garage door floor is fairly level from this end all the way till you get about right here, and then it falls off. There's a dip in there. I had a space you could see daylight coming in through here, and so I bought this thing right here, put it upside down, and it is called a Storm Shield garage door threshold. And then kind of decided to do it that way for two reasons, because the way my pole barn door or concrete comes out the back, even with guttering working the way it's supposed to, I get water that comes along here, and even with a good seal on this edge of the door, water finds its way underneath there when it rains, and not a whole lot, but I'll have water pooling right in here, and that's kind of aggravating. So I'm hoping, although I haven't really had a good rain since I've done this, I'm hoping this will solve two problems. So I've got this threshold that goes across here, and it's thick rubber, and it has a higher ridge like right here, and then you put it on the concrete with basically liquid nails. And you can see even here I have enough of a dip that I had some pieces of rubber flooring, pieces left over from my rubber flooring that I did in the gym. This is what that looks like, about that thick. And I made a strip to go under this edge here to help fill in that spot. And then when I got to where it was getting kind of close, you can see it's not perfect, but it makes a really good seal. I took that piece on this end of it and put it in my sander and made smaller progressively as I came this way, and tested it all out. And I have no daylight showing when the garage door is down, and hopefully this thing being down here will prevent any water from backing up underneath the door during a heavy rain. So that remains to be seen, but I'm pretty hopeful because that's a pretty sizable lip there, and I got good construction adhesive, or liquid nails as they say, all along there. So that brings the garage door installation and insulation to a finish. All right.